Since being invented in the 1960s, chicken nuggets have grown to become a mainstay in American cuisine. Not all of them are created equal, though. If you want to know how to avoid nuggets with mysterious crunchies and serve up only the best, we've got you covered. Unless you want a home full of unhappy people, keep Target's Good and Gather chicken breast nuggets out of your home. Not only do they smell terrible, they manage to taste even worse. You will first notice something is wrong when you're heating up these nuggets and you see a puddle of grease emerge, along with a revolting aroma. Go in for a bite and you'll be left with a mouthful of disappointment. Instead of the chicken nugget flavor that you know and love, these things taste like you're eating a sponge that has sopped up rancid grease. Do your household a favor and keep these nuggets of misery out of your shopping cart. On paper, Gardein Crispy Golden Chicken Nuggets look like a great choice for the vegans of the world. Not only are these nuggets certified vegan-friendly, they have 14 grams of protein per serving and can be ready in less than 15 minutes. Created with a blend of wheat and pea protein, they look like genuine, honest-to-goodness chicken nuggets. Tragically, all hopes and dreams will be dashed, as your taste buds tell you that they're virtually flavorless. When you sink your teeth into the rubbery texture, you'll be thoroughly disgusted. Unless you think chewing on a shoe sounds like a fun way to spend your evening, stay away from these non-chicken nuggets. Add these chicken nuggets to the list of great value foods you should stay away from at Walmart. Take a look at the reviews of great value fully cooked chicken nuggets, and the horror show will be enough for you to be convinced that you should never buy these things. Customers report finding everything from bones to feathers in their nuggets, and that's a surefire way to wreck your mood. Even if your great value nugget is free from both bones and feathers, you still won't be happy. These things are still a soggy, strange tasting mess even at their best. Bottom line, don't go for the great value chicken nuggets. You'll live to regret it.
Whenever I'm about to do something, I think, would an idiot do that? And if they would, I do not do that thing.
You can find gluten-free versions of all your favorite foods these days. And while you can definitely locate scrumptious gluten-free chicken nuggets, Ian's gluten-free breaded chicken nuggets are not those nuggets. Surprisingly, the biggest issue with these nuggets isn't the breading where the gluten has been removed. The most dire problem is the fact that the chicken has the texture of toothpaste. It tastes like regular chicken, but you'll be grossed out by the texture. The breading on Ian's gluten-free breaded chicken nuggets is not exactly pleasant, but you could live with it if it weren't for the paste-like chicken in the middle. Look elsewhere for gluten-free nuggets that are worth your hard-earned dollar bills. From the outside, fast Fixin chicken breast nuggets look beautiful. If you crack a nugget in half to inspect it further, you'll see perfectly white meat in the center that has no shortage of juices. Sadly, if you judge this book by its cover, you'll be let down. The fatal flaw of fast Fixin chicken breast nuggets is the breading. These nuggets have breading made from whole wheat, which in itself isn't a deal breaker. However, the breading has an overpowering whole wheat flavor and a slightly sweet aftertaste. Sure, you may like to dip your nuggets in a sweet dipping sauce, but you should have control over it. Raised and rooted plant-based nuggets don't bury the lead when it comes to stating what's unique about these nuggets. If you're following a plant-based diet plan, you'll be happy to learn that these things are made with a blend of golden flaxseed and pea protein. If your idea of chicken nugget perfection is chicken McNuggets from McDonald's, you'll be even happier when you see that raised and rooted plant-based nuggets are a dead ringer for McNuggets. Put them side by side and you literally can't tell them apart. Unfortunately, the beauty of these nuggets is only skin deep, or breading deep in this case. Take a bite and you're met with flavor that is entirely bland, which makes these nuggets impossible to recommend. Members Mark chicken nuggets might have things like price going for them, but you will be unsatisfied with your selection if you purchase these store-brand chicken nuggets. First of all, they're made with a combination of chicken breast and rib meat, which has a negative impact on the flavor. It tastes like the low-quality chicken nuggets you used to get at the cafeteria of your school. The meat is juicy, but the quality is obviously lacking. Furthermore, while the thick breading is enjoyable at first, eventually dealing with all that breading becomes a chore. Foster Farms breast nuggets. Let's start with the positives. Taste-wise, these things hit the spot. The chicken is flavorful and the breading only adds to the fun. From nugget to nugget, the consistency is impressive. You won't find a deformed nugget in the bag, and each one tastes exactly the same. That said, Foster Farms breast nuggets don't deserve a seal of approval due to the crumbly texture of the breading. At first, you won't care, but after a while, the number of crumbs that descend onto your clothing will surely be annoying and downright messy. If bang for your buck is one of your leading concerns when you're shopping for chicken nuggets, going to Aldi and purchasing Kirkwood chicken breast nuggets isn't a bad idea. While you can find better nuggets, these things are solidly average. Factor in the low price tag, and they do become tempting to buy. The best thing about Kirkwood chicken breast nuggets is that they get satisfyingly crispy, especially if you cook them in the oven. Their great texture makes these a perfect choice for dipping, but there is a catch. The chicken lacks moisture. For that reason, you won't want to skip the dipping sauce if you buy these nuggets. If you want to get your fingertips on a unique nugget, look for Bell & Evans breaded chicken breast nuggets. These things are a bit odd compared to other nuggets. But don't be surprised if you become a fan. The first oddity you'll notice is the fact that these things are labeled as uncooked, which means they'll take just a little longer to prepare than your typical nugget. The second weird aspect you'll notice is the thickness of the nuggets. That's not a bad thing, mind you, but you'll have to work to fit these bad boys into your mouth. If you can deal with those two odd attributes, your taste buds will enjoy the fact that these nuggets are made with actual pieces of whole chicken breast and that the breading is perfectly spiced. Perdue Foods is one of the biggest names in the poultry industry, and their chicken nuggets are decidedly above average. The flavor of the chicken is really impressive. This company claims that their birds eat a 100% vegetarian diet and live a cage-free life. They also say that no antibiotics and no hormones are used. When it comes to these nuggets, Perdue says there are no preservatives and no fillers. The result is meat that tastes amazingly fresh. The news isn't all good, however, as the breading on Perdue chicken breast nuggets is too salty. If you don't like salty foods, you should pick another brand of nuggets. If you're a fully grown adult, you might feel embarrassed for falling head over heels for Earth's Best chicken nuggets. These nuggets are labeled as being for kids, specifically toddlers at least 2 years old. However, don't let that embarrassment stop you, as these things are legitimately yummy. No matter your age, you will appreciate the meat inside of Earth's Best chicken nuggets. It's fresh tasting, juicy, and flavorful. If you're feeding a toddler, you'll be pleased to learn that the nuggets have no artificial colors or artificial flavors. Additionally, the chickens were vegetarian fed and no antibiotics were used. If you're searching the world over for delicious, vegan-friendly, or plant-based chicken nuggets, Simulate Chicken Nuggs are the answer to your prayers. These bad boys are so good that you'll be convinced that the taste is too chickeny to be true. But once you glance at the ingredients, you'll see that these nugs are made from only meatless components. Simulate Chicken Nuggs continuously upgrades the nuggets based on customer feedback. As it stands, their nuggets are already delectable. If they keep improving, even carnivores will jump ship and head to the land of plant-based foods. If you like the spicy nuggets like those found at Wendy's, this company also makes really good spicy nugs. Compared to Wendy's spicy nuggets, these things are even spicier. Banquet makes some of the best frozen dinners that you can find, and many of those frozen dinners include chicken nuggets. If you can't get enough of those chicken nuggets, skip frozen dinners and head straight toward Banquet chicken breast nuggets. These nuggets are just as good as the ones you find as part of their frozen dinners. In fact, they may be even better because you don't need to worry about them coming into contact with anything else when you're heating them up. If you haven't eaten chicken nuggets made by Banquet in years, give them another try. They improved the recipe recently, and the results have been very strong. Don't be confused by the name or their shape, because Trader Joe's chicken Drumellas definitely qualify as chicken nuggets. Yes, the shape of these nuggets isn't what you're accustomed to, as they're meant to mimic a drumstick, but it doesn't impact that flavor at all. If you dip your nuggets, don't worry about these things being too large to be dippable. They're just the right size. You'll be pleased with every aspect of these nuggets. That said, keep in mind that Trader Joe's chicken Drumellas taste best if you put them in the oven. There's a lot to love about Applegate Naturals gluten-free chicken nuggets. If healthfulness is your #1 consideration, you can't do better than these nuggets. Not only are they free of gluten, they're also dairy-free and made with a serious commitment to the welfare of their chickens, who are raised with care, never administered antibiotics, eat a vegetarian diet, and are given extra space to roam. Compared to other gluten-free nuggets, the breading on Applegate Naturals gluten-free chicken nuggets is so much better. It tastes like real, authentic breading. There's no chalkiness or powderiness at all. Add in the tastiness of their high-quality chicken, and these nuggets are top quality. Even if gluten is of no concern to you, you will still adore these things. There's nothing quite like a home-cooked meal, and if you've ever tasted homemade chicken nuggets, most store-bought nuggets won't be capable of living up to your expectations. There's just something special about homemade nuggets that doesn't survive being frozen and then reheated. However, before you give up all hope, give Weaver chicken breast nuggets a taste test. These things taste 99% as good as homemade chicken nuggets, even those nuggets your grandmother used to make. If you want that homemade taste, you'll need to fire up your oven and cook these nuggets. When they're ready, the breading will be golden brown and will taste like heaven. The chicken is extra plump and overflowing with flavors. Tyson is a behemoth in the chicken industry. They are the largest processor of chicken in the United States. When it comes to their nuggets, they can't be topped, as long as you know which ones to buy. While Tyson fully cooked chicken nuggets are the easiest to find, the ones you want are called Tyson Fun Nuggets. While the shape of the nuggets is fun and the cartoons on the packaging are cute, these glorious goodies are seriously amazing. The whole wheat breading gets perfectly crispy, especially if you use an oven or an air fryer. The breading is seasoned perfectly. It tastes so good, in fact, that you will want to pick it off and eat it by itself. But don't do that, because the best part of Tyson Fun Nuggets is the chicken. The meat is all white, super juicy, and the scrumptious flavor will leave no doubt that these are the best store-bought chicken nuggets you will ever come across. Check out one of our newest videos right here. Plus, even more match videos about your favorite foods are coming soon. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the bell so you don't miss a single one.